This is so bad. These are things that you should never be doing in a shuttle like this. If you're in a shuttle and you're having a fight with a warbird, things have gone wrong. Okay, we got him nearly. Oh god, we killed a warbird. That should never have happened. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made.
We need to alert the cave.
Yes, let's get out of here.
Reinforcements have arrived and are just past that nebula. We don't have much time. We need to meet with our allies and stop that ship.
That is true. Let's go.
We are now in the micronebula. IKS Azatbur is signaling us. They're going to engage the Riemann ship, but they want us to take care of the fighters and plasma torpedoes.
Oh, I remember this. Can you die? Please? Die. There we go.
That was a glorious explosion! Probably the Medaleron weapons carried aboard the ship. We are going to leave the system under high warp to draw off any reinforcements that might come looking. Suggest you return to Klingon space.
Off we go. Let's depart this awful system. Woo! I love how we just warped out that nebula. Even though we couldn't fly in it, we just warped out of it. Wonderful, right? Just being able to warp out. So we need to go back to Kronos. Let's transwarp there. And then we can go and debrief. The Klingon cruiser shuttle is not as good as the Starfleet one. Am I not in the system? That's weird. As well. Okay. Now it should be in the system. There we go. Let's go this way. Get to the plant so we can beam down. Beam to the first city. There we go. And in the mission. Then we're done with that mission. Thankfully. That was a little bit slow. Whoa. Up we go. See the Chancellor. A blue-haired Nautican is what we are. We gotta debrief you. Yeah, you. I suppose we expect that the Romulans would research weapons like fail-around technology. This division with the Riemann Zor could be exploited. I'm not sure that Temek will have me analysing data. But I'm sure that Temek will have me analysing data. While the next several days, drop by again to see what we've uncovered. The civil war may well be brewing between the Romulans and the Riemanns. We could use this as a wedge to break off some parts of the Tsar Empire. Or at very least to keep them so busy that we stabilise our borders and commit our forces elsewhere. Between Sela and this new warrior on the scene, Obisek, the Romulans and Riemanns are pitted in a battle between two charismatic leaders. Still, a conflict of this scope usually isn't so planned by raw revolutionaries and partisans. Someone has an eye on the bigger picture. We need to make sure that there isn't a hidden hand. And on that note, I think we're through here. Kapla! Talk to you?
Excellent. We need to learn more about the conflict between Obisek and the Romulans. If Sela is stupid enough to wage war against our own vassals, we might be able to use the conflict to our advantage. You were right, however, to destroy the Thaleron weapons. They are the tools of a coward. I would rather look my enemy in the eye as he dies. Klingon intelligence will be working to decode the list of possible targets you acquired from the base's databanks. The next step is to find out why the Riemanns want to attack these locations.
Okay.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Tell me more about the Riemanns and why do we attack the Romulans?
The Riemanns are used to dealing with Romulans. Like an abused targ, they now fear all who approach. I had great hopes for the Riemanns in the days after Shinzon's rebellion and the destruction of Romulus. They threw off their shackles and stood as the Romulans' equals. The High Council even considered an alliance with the Riemanns, but they were too suspicious and paranoid for much to come of it. It is better this way. The Riemanns' fear makes them weak.
Wow, okay.
Intelligence has decoded the list of Riemann targets
There
that
we go.
you'll be covered from the vault. I want you to infiltrate one of these targets and determine why Obisek would attack it. The Vahar system is still technically part of the
There we go.
Romulan Star Empire. But Ferengi speculators have moved in, and the Empress has done nothing to remove them. The big-eared little money grubbers have reopened the mines and are now doing business with anyone with latinum. You will go to the
Okay.
Vahar system under the pretense of negotiating a trade deal for the
Oh,
Empire.
we're now a spy.
Talk to
This should be
Madrox,
fun.
the operator of the mines. Convince him to allow you access. Find out all you can. Once we know why Obisek and the Riemanns are targeting these mines, then we will know how to proceed.
Yeah, fancy phaser turret. Alright. And we got a hatchling as well. A non-combat pet. Hey. Is that everything? I need to talk to him? No. There we go. It says what I have to do now. Perfect. Off we go to the beta quadrant. That looks like we were hugging then for some reason. Like she leaned in to like hug us. What? Mine enemy. Let us begin, shall we? Let us see how this goes. Captain, the Remans were targeting magnesite mine in this area, but the list we recovered didn't have its exact coordinates. I know in the right area, but all the moons in the system are inhabited. Now, since they're being affected by the magnesite, we need to contact each moon to try to determine which one the Reman were actually targeting. This is the fun bit I remember.
Melanie Dion and her minions may have sworn fealty to the Klingon Empire, but we did not. I've been me for no one. Leave now or be destroyed.
Target shields have failed.
There we go. And now you. Hello, you. Severe severing. Well, you're all dead now anyway. Balance out shields. Off we go. Okay. Nice. Nailed that. Second moon. Let us go. We're almost there now. We are almost there.
This moon is private property. No solicitors, beggars, or Klingons allowed.
We will renew select this is ship of the Klingon. They should speak with more respect. Maybe we could kill them all, but okay. Final moon. The final moon. Let us go. Oh, we have skills. What am I doing? I actually have skills. Well, we've got one space point. Targeting. Full capacity. Okay, there we go. Let's go. We've been to 2 moons, so the 3rd one must be the one.
Hello, my good friends. I'm so happy to meet you. Perhaps you are in the market for some high-quality magnesite? We have the finest ore in the quadrant. On behalf of the miners and residents here, I'm more than happy to welcome you to our home. Please transport to the surface.
Here we go.
Unfortunately, the large amount of extremely pure magnesite ore in the core of our little world will interfere with your sensors. For safety reasons, I must insist that you use the transporter signal enhancers that I have installed at my own expense.
Okay.
Also, I know Klingons are fond of their battle parties, but could you please restrict the number of crew you bring down to the surface? My people here aren't used to strangers, and you wouldn't want to disrupt
Ferengi.
their work, would you?
Lies and schemers, all of them. Vascular regenerator. Neural neutralizer. Nanite health monitor. Blah blah blah. So do I want Threk or do I want Chagrin? Shield generator, shield recharge, medical generator fabricator. I want Chagrin. That's why they died last time on that last mission, because they didn't have him to put up shields and stuff. I remember this place.
Did you need something?
What are you doing
It's a long
here?
story. After the destruction of Romulus, I joined a group of colonists looking for a new place to settle. We chose to form a new agrarian community, on Viranot, a pastoral world on the edge of Romulan space. Our colony was attacked and destroyed. I managed to evade the attackers and get off-world with a small group of people. My luck ran out here, and I've been stuck ever since.
What kind of work do you
I'm a
do?
biochemist by trade. I specialize in hemocyanin, a division of hematology, working with copper-based blood. On
Okay.
Viranot, I handled a lot of issues related to food compatibility and local biochemistry. These days, I mostly handle minor medical issues and nutritional deficiencies for the people living here. I can't afford passage off of this moon. I've managed to stay out of debt, but I don't know how long that will last.
Okay.
This whole mining facility is nothing but strange. That Ferengi, Madron, rides everyone hard to make a profit.
Typical
Just when
Ferengi.
it looks like things will get too bad, he turns around and does something generous. Folks have occasionally disappeared, and not by leaving on a ship. People here for weeks or months will suddenly vanish. People talk about seeing strange things, or being kept out of parts of the mine by the guards. There's something deeper in those mines. I'm sure of it.
I bet you are. We gotta talk to this guy. Creepy looking bone dog. Is you here? Have you seen my brother? Maybe I could help.
I last saw him 2 days ago. Madron assigned both of us to work in the upper levels of the mine. Toshin's drill bit broke, and he needed a new one. I know I should have gone with him. It's not safe to be in the mine alone. Now he's gone.
Why is it safe to be in the mine?
There's a group of people down there who treat the mine like it's their own. I don't know why Modron tolerates them, but they make life miserable for the rest of us. They steal and terrorize the weak. I once saw them dragging a woman to the lower levels, and I never saw her again.
God, this
She
place
wasn't
sounds
the only
horrible.
one. Many people have disappeared. I thought if my brother and I kept our heads down, that we would be safe, but maybe they took him. Murderers. Murderers. If they killed my brother, I'll kill them all.
I'm sure you will. Anything else I should
Go
know?
into the mine. Watch for the silver spheres. There are creatures in the dark. Devils. They're made of stone. Nothing can hurt them, and their touch burns. I've seen them moving around in the tunnels. Anywhere you see the silver spheres, the monsters are not far away.
So there's creepy spheres. In your life?
My life. My life is unimportant. It's my brother. I can't find him.
Well, there we go. Learning that this place is awful. Grab this. Damn it. That didn't go as good as I expected. You. Have you always lived here?
My family and I have been here all our lives. It's a hard
Damn.
life, but it's all I know. And my mother used to tell me tales of the home world. She'd talk about the plazas in Rateg or vacations she spent with her father on the shores of the Apnic Sea. And she would tell me about my father, who gave up his place in the military evacuation ship so she could live. He never knew he had a child. She would tell me these stories, and later, when she thought I was asleep, she would cry.
That's a sad story. Tell me about Modron.
He charges us too much and pays too little. He's like everyone else in this world, out for himself.
Well, he's a Ferengi.
But he doesn't let us starve. And if a child needs medicine, they get it. Many here grumble and hate him, but I cannot. If I were in his position and his life was in my hands, can I say that I would act any differently than he does?
Well, you can if you know what kind of person you are. What else can you tell me about this place?
Stay in the settlement. Don't go down into the mine. And whatever you do, don't leave this area. I do not wish you harm, stranger.
Okay.
There are many dangers here. There is a group. They rule the mine. And they are dangerous. Even Modron fears them. If you avoid them, they will ignore you. Now defy them, and they will turn on you. Last week, a good man died because he would not give them what they wanted.
Okay.
He was not the first.
So there's a group of murderers here.
On this moon that you would be wise to avoid. Outside of the settlement, there are packs of wild animals. If you take a warrigal from its mother when it's very young, it can be tamed. If you wait too long, they are savage. And packs of wild warrigal roam the edges of our settlement. Often they prowl the refuse piles, looking for scraps of food. A pack of warrigal can kill even a strong man. And you must be careful when you are in their territory.
Thank you for the warning.
They are not the only monsters here. The miners tell stories about creatures made of stone who can burn you to cinders. I have not seen one of these creatures myself, but I know that many people who enter the mine do not leave it.
Well, there we go. Have you seen anyone suspicious?
You're the first outsider I've seen in a long time. There's no reason for anyone to want to come here.
That is a point. I don't even know why you'd want to stay here. Okay, now we need to go talk to that one over here. Live out your life here.
We exist. And mine because there's nothing but rocks on this forsaken planet. If I'm lucky, I dig enough ore to make my quota and Modron pays me. If he pays me, I can eat and have a warm place to sleep. If we don't make our quotas, there's nothing. Even if I do have latinum, most of it goes to Modron to pay my debts, and the rest he takes in exchange for the supplies he imports. I would leave, but I owe too much to Modron to ever earn enough to buy my passage off this place. Besides, where would I go?
Anywhere.
Every
Talk
morning,
about Modron.
the first thing I do when I wake is curse that Ferengi's name. Modron found this moon about 2 years after the destruction of the homeworld. Most of our equipment was broken or useless. The supplies were gone and we were starving. After some negotiations, Modron had his contract and we had food. We're supposed to be working with him, but he's the only one who benefits from our labor. Modron owns the only working
Then
ship
kill
here,
him.
so no supplies come in without him. He negotiates all of the ore contracts, so most of the latinum goes into his pocket. And he sets the prices for food, medicine, and equipment. So everyone here owes him more than we can ever repay. He owns
Tommy
us now.
Ferengis.
I hate him for that, but I can't live without him. A
Why
few
don't you
people
fight?
tried to take Modron's ship once, when he was sleeping off the Tranya he drinks. It has a biometric lock. Nothing on the ship responds to anyone but him. So what would we gain by fighting? A moon full of rocks and no one to sell them to? No food and no way to get more? No way to leave and no hope? I hate Modron, but because of him, my children don't cry out in hunger or shiver from the cold.
Do you get help from the Empire?
The Empire? What Empire? Our Empire turned to dust with the loss of the homeworld. If you're rich or in the military, then maybe there's something. I hear the people in Seela's Shining City and the Rator system live quite well, as long as they obey her commands. For the rest of us, there's nothing but dust and regret.
Well, that's awful. Alrighty, let's go. I think that's everyone, right? Oh. D-particles, sorry. God damn it, I messed that up.
On behalf of everyone on this forsaken rock, let me be the first to welcome you to Hathara. As you can see, we don't have time for pleasantries.
No, we don't.
And I'm not sharing my Tranya stash with you. So, why don't we skip the chit-chat and get down to business?
Of course, I heard you are an excellent source of magnetite. What makes your mine better than the others in Sector?
Unfortunately, I cannot call this mine my own. I'm just a middleman. Out of the goodness of my
God,
heart,
that's a lie.
I help the residents here pass on the products of their hard work to commercial entities such as yourself. The minuscule transaction fee and trade tariff I keep to offset my
Minuscule.
expenses is figured into the unit cost of the ore. My operation has become one of the best in the area because of the high demand for my services from both sides. I provide the best mining equipment and supplies in the sector to the miners, while my customers get competitive pricing on the ore they need.
Interesting.
I don't pay much attention to that. Miners have empty carts and they return with ones filled with ore. If you're that interested, you could visit the mines themselves, but I don't recommend it.
Okay.
It's such a dirty, disagreeable business. And I'm convinced that breathing ore dust for too long is terrible for you. The miners who live
well,
near
it probably
my port
is.
used to keep me
You know,
up
breathing
night
metal
after night with their
particles
dreadful
and rock
coughing.
dust.
I had to install soundproofing just to get some sleep. Are you sure you wouldn't rather look at the ore I have for sale?
That's why I like to talk to the miners first.
Suit yourself. Just remember, I have an exclusive contract to export magnesite ore from this moon. If you try to cut me out of your deals, you'll regret it.
I just have a few questions before we conduct the business. I'll be back when I'm done. Marjorie will answer the questions about why the Rims might be targeting this place out of fear of scaring us away from possible sale. Perhaps if we ask someone locals that are here, we'll be able to provide more information. Hey, where is the miners? Not these three again, is it? Is it you?
What can I say?
Oh, it's you here. You're number one.
I'm sorry. I really can't talk at the moment. I have to finish a survey of the area so the miners can start work on a new mine shaft.
Anything I can do to help?
As much as I'd appreciate someone else to lug around this heavy equipment, it's all very delicate, and I'd only trust a capable scientist to help me.
No, I think I know who I have to send to her. Yeah, I know what I have to do for that one. You?
I can't talk to you. I can't talk to anyone. I'm on the run. And if those thugs see me talking to you, then you'll be in danger too.
Tactical, is there anything I can do to
I
help?
need someone who's not afraid of a fight. There's a group here that's beating and stealing from us. Modron doesn't do anything to stop it. For all I know, he's getting a cut of everything they take. They're making life miserable for all of us. Would you be willing to help?
Sure.
There's a group of bullies that have been stealing from us. If we don't give them what they want, they beat us. I had a friend. All he was trying to do here was feed his family. Be a good man. He had an old bottle of ale. He said it was from the homeworld. One of those thugs wanted it. Now, my friend is dead.
That sucks.
Stop them. I know that. And now I have my friend's children to feed in addition to my own. But if someone were to teach them a lesson, this camp would be a better place for all of us.
Alrighty. Help bullied refugees. Need to talk to you.
I don't have time to talk to you right now. I need to repair this drill so I can make a living. Not unless you know an engineer who'd be willing to take a few moments out of their busy schedule.
Okay, if I talk to you, will you do science stuff?
Did you need something? It's a long story. I'm a biochemist by trade. This whole...
Okay, no you won't. Right, we need to do this.
Enemy targets on center. Personal shield losing
Okay. Well, you were rude, weren't you? We gotta defeat more thugs. There's another one down here. Over here, I believe. Get rid of them. There we go. Science kicks. Where's this last gang at? Nice. They're down. Return to the bullied refugee. Return to him. Hand this in, then get information.
Thank you. Those guys have been giving everyone a lot of trouble.
Now we need your help.
These thugs are part of a larger group that operates deep inside the magnesite mine. They control the lower levels, and no one who goes down there uninvited ever comes back. I don't know what's so important down there that's worth hurting us to protect it. Maybe if you went down there, you could get some answers.
Okay. Return to Margarine. And then let's deal with that, shall we? We'll return to him. We'll talk to him. And then he'll say some rude, frangy things to us. And then to pretend he's all nice and stuff.
You want to go in the mine? Are you really interested in buying any magnesite? Or are you just here to cause trouble? Because if it's the latter, I know someplace you can start a little ruckus. There's a gang that controls the bottom levels of the mine. They won't even let me in there. Previously, I allowed them to keep their little kingdom in exchange for information.
Okay.
But lately, they've been more trouble than they're worth. And the intel they're feeding me is useless. Honestly, who doesn't know about the green invasion of the fairy space?
I'll take the information at heart. Explore the mine is our next quest. Oh, I forgot space was jump. Doop doop. Alrighty. I think we'll stop it here then, because I have been on 3 hours and 40 minutes. and it's almost time to eat and stuff. So I'm going to take a break here and call it. I'll be on tomorrow. We're going to start Federation storyline tomorrow, because I really want to do that as well. We'll spend the day tomorrow doing Federation and switch back to Klingons on Thursday. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate all the follows from the Goofball, Hoffen, Eridan, and Alt Lexington for the raid. I appreciate that. Let's see who is on. Who is on? Who is playing on this game? Let's switch to open link in new tab. STO. Where's STO? Come on, load up screen. Load. Star Trek Online. Who is playing? Got 1, 2. Got me. Got 1. Ah! I know who. Okay, got a person. Beautiful. Wonderful person. By Smythe. Dark Red. Alright, I will be on tomorrow, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. All of you. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I will be on tomorrow around about 2 PM GMT, BST. British Standard Time. Take care, guys.